And Deadpool is one of the biggest travesties I've ever seen. How the hell does a samurai sword extend from his friggin' arm when it's longer than his forearm?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I mean, it had great stuff in it, but it also had a lot of cheesy, terrible stuff in it.
Then you sew his mouth up, and then he can control eye beams. What the fuck?
Yeah, and Lee Schreiber would be a good Sabretooth, but they still had him doing all the stupid, like...
Yeah, but I'm a perfect guy. It's not just that, though. It's like, why was he running on all fours, like, constantly?
Yeah, and then you also got the moon goddess bitch, who's like, the moon god or whatever. And then you got the cheesy scene where he's like, no! And then when he comes out of the adamantium thing, when they're pumping the shit into his thing, he comes out and he does the same thing. He's like, oh!
I didn't mind that part too much.
But when they shoot him in the face, he goes...
Like, that whole scene, I didn't mind it when he, like, broke out, when he was kind of like, ugh, like that.
But the face he made.
The face was awful, but it kind of looked like a perk plus. He's like, ugh. And he had air shaking, but then it would have been funny if it was like, Mentos, the fresh maker. So yeah, I don't know how we got into a quickie review. That was a quickie review. You like that?
That's
you like it quick and
origins.
done and fucking in the oven.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah.
What he's doing now is the Weapon X. Notice how he does it.
To suck my cock berserker.
Hey guys, welcome back. We watched the movie. I'm Jay. This is Mike, and coming at you like fire and ice and the Hugh Jackman time. It's another fucking trailer fantastico.
Sneaky.
Snort, snort. The Wolverine, premiering, what the fuck?
July something. 26th, I think? July 26th?
Independence Day.
Prequel, origin,
Actually,
not
I was
origin.
thinking about that. Dude, what the hell, where's the timeline fit?
No one knows.
Is it like after Wolverine, or is it before? I mean, it can't be, yeah, is it after? It has to be after X-Men, because Wolverine was Origins.
I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. Are they gonna like disregard the first movie?
It looks like old hairy-faced Jackman's gonna lose his powers.
He's back with his glorious beard. He wakes up, he feels like shit, he's trashed, he has nothing to live for. And
That just seems like another day in the life of Jackman.
Yeah.
And he goes into a bar. That's what you do when you have that big ass manly beard.
Yeah.
And you just wear like a knapsack and you're walking the street. You have to go to a bar with, of course, like little neon signs like, fucking punch me in the face.
that part in First Class where they walk in the bar,
Yeah.
and he's like, fuck you, like you're
Or
talking
fuck
about?
off, yeah.
Yeah, fuck off or whatever. Like, it's kind of, I guess around that timeline maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Yeah.
because
Well,
that was before.
I don't know, because it looked like newish.
No one knows.
I don't either.
They're really fucking with this X-Men.
I know, they really
Between
messed
the
it
Days
all
of
up.
Future Past and all this shit, everybody
Hopefully.
died in the third one.
Well,
Who
hopefully
knows?
with Days of Future Past, they really clear it all up.
Yeah.
Because
So-
that makes sense. But Silver Samurai is going to be the main villain, but also Viper, Madam Hydra is going to be in this, and she is funny. You look like Captain Fantastico. You're like, yes. It's weird because Hydra and Madam Hydra all tie into Captain America, which unfortunately Marvel Studios owns that, 20th Century Fox, and they butt heads like two gym girls with PMS. But whatever. I don't know why I said gym girls, stepsisters.
Climb the rope.
Up to the mountaintop. Yeah, so, somebody says, I can help you out with this machine that I built to take away your immortality by making you human.
Yeah, it's this Japanese dude that he saved in the war. Like,
Yeah.
he goes and puts him in this hole and then, like, takes on the explosion to save this guy.
Yeah.
And the guy sends his daughter, who's apparently badass,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, hey, my dad wants to thank you. And then he's like, hey, I can take away all the shit that makes you Wolverine.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Not.
All the stuff
Fucking
that makes you
stupid.
sad.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I mean, I was kind of excited about the Wolverine, and then all of a sudden I started hearing about him losing his friggin' healing factor, and then he's, I don't know, I don't like that. I don't want the whole movie to be about him like, I want to be human, God, why the hell can I be human? You're fucking a mutant with claws, and you can heal, and you can live. Shut up. I mean,
Yeah.
it pissed me off. I want it to be more like, they can mention that, but then I want him to be badass throughout the whole movie.
Well, and that's the issue right there. Finally, like, you keep getting origin after, like, telling this story and that story. What you want as a Wolverine fan is you want to see him go berserker for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I get you got to have a good story behind it.
Yeah.
But make the villain the story. Like, Wolverine never seems to have, like, a villain be his main story. Like, there's always another story that, like, overshadows it. I want to see good guy versus bad guy. The thought of him being vulnerable and having to, like, actually, like, fight for his life to stay alive sounds interesting. It's like the trailer said. What did it say? It's like
He's most vulnerable, he's most dangerous.
Yeah.
But it almost does like, when you put baby in a corner, it gets crazy.
Nobody puts baby in
I
a
know.
corner.
I hope it really is Wolverine Unleashed throughout the, like, maybe 20-25 minutes dedicated to his kind of feeling sorry for himself and kind of getting his shit going, and then all of a sudden just boom,
Yeah.
whooping ass left and right.
Yeah.
And I was kind of bored with some of the dialogue. I won't lie. In the second trailer, I was kind of like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, but it kind of seemed like, oh. When you saw Silver Samurai at the end, though, with his full-on battle suit and they're fighting on a catwalk, I'm
That
like, yeah.
is the most exciting scene in the trailer.
That might be the. What if that's the only exciting? You're like, fuck.
Oh my god! But when they show that, you just freaking Silver Samurai is gigantic,
I
and
know.
he's fighting him like with his claws, and he's got the sword or whatever, and it makes me so freaking pumped.
Well,
for this
that
movie.
looked like a good scene, and then we're on the Coors Light train. That looked cool.
Yeah.
It looked like a big train. That looked pretty good. I mean, I don't think the special effects will hurt in this movie. I think they're going to be good. It just really depends on how they use them and in what way they use them.
That scene did look
That's
good, but it
pretty
also
much what I just said. The same thing. How they use them and what way they use them.
that scene looked really good, but it also looked like it could be hokey. I don't know.
Yeah.
But did it remind you of Mission Impossible?
Oh yeah, when he's like, yeah, I did wrong. Mission
Yeah.
Impossible. Ethan. Famke Janssen's back in this. It's Jean Grey.
Yeah, Jean Grey. No one knows exactly how that story goes. Like he's having a dream, and they're like making out. Or
So
whatever.
it's got to. If you're gonna go out timeline, it's got to be after X-Men, because she only
was a
met.
dream, though.
Yeah, but he met her during his time with the X-Men. So it has to be during or after the X-Men.
That's a good point.
It has to be after
But
the
it
X-Men.
can't be after the X-Men because everybody died.
No, I got it. Duh. Okay, why the frick did we notice this? God damn. I just now realized it. Well, remember when he's sitting there with her talking about how he would never, Gene, I swear I'll never hurt anybody again. She's like, it's too late. And he looks, remember X-Men 3, he stabbed her. He killed her at the end.
So he was dreaming.
Fuck yeah.
He was dreaming. So Famke Janssen probably doesn't have a central role where he was dreaming about it. So this is after.
M. Night
X-Men.
Shyamalan, right there. So yeah, that's it. That's why he's dreaming about it. So it has to take place after X-Men 3.
That's what it sounds like.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Just blow your mind.
Comment below and let us know what you think the timeline is.
I'm sure that wasn't.
It's confusing as
I'm really
shit.
proud of myself for figuring that out, but I'm sure like some 10-year-old geek was like, "Oh my god, that's happening." Like, they do about it the instant.
And then just this is a complete side note, it has nothing to do with this. But I always wanted to see Wolverine come out with not like the bright yellow and like blue or black uniform, but remember like the one that like the toy, the X-Men toy was made off
The
of.
brown,
Yeah.
The
Can
brown
you see
suit.
that on the camera?
the browns. You can't see it.
Toby Brown. What can Brown do for you?
Let me see it.
That's Silver Samurai too, isn't it?
I don't know. It's just a Japanese thing, but that's it right there. You can see that.
Yeah, I always wanted to see. That's an almost realistic uniform.
It's like
I
a
guess.
brownish. Yeah, but it didn't make any sense because that was when he was with Weapon X in Canada and he was wearing a brown suit. it's like you can see that fucker coming from a
What's
mile
that
away.
brown suit boot? Did you ever notice that Ace Ventura's hair was perfect for Wolverine?
It
Yeah,
was.
the two
You know,
spikes,
they
all that.
had a big debate on like how are we gonna make Wolverine's hair like this? It's like just make him grow it out and like fucking
I
spike it.
mean, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine though.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
great.
He's always gonna have to
He
play
just,
Wolverine.
and he likes the character. He's not
Yeah.
like once said, "Oh, I'm just tired of doing it." It seems to me like he loves it, but he's almost. I kind of get to the sense of him. He's like, "When are we actually gonna make a really good Wolverine movie?"
Yeah.
I was like, "When's that gonna happen?"
And
So-
I think that's gonna be this movie. Like I said, there's parts of the trailer, like you said, that didn't impress me all that much. Like you said, the dialogue, some of the story points or whatever. But and the whole timeline being fucked up. But this is James Mangold. He did one of my favorite movies of all time, Walk the Line.
that's
I think
great.
he's a really good director, and I think that this movie's gonna be badass.
The whole movie's gonna have a Johnny Cash like narration going. I am Wolverine, walking down the street. Watch my claws
Where'd you go,
extend.
Jew? I hear the train a coming. Let's see
That's
where they
right,
go.
that's right.
All right.
There's a man going round taking names, and his name is Wolverine. Hey Shane. So yeah, my pre-rating. I'll give it because we're gonna. I figured we'll just do pre-ratings for every trailer we see. 7.5 to an 8.0 is what I'm gonna say.
Pick it. You gotta pick one.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Do it.
7.7. I don't
It's
know.
gonna happen.
All right, well I'm gonna say. All right, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say 8.0.
Okay, I'm gonna say 8.0 as well.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm Jay. This is Mike. That was a trailer time in your face.
What do you guys? What is your all's pre-rating of the Wolverine? What's your favorite appearance of Wolverine in any movie so far? Up to
And
this
do you
point, mine
prefer
would be
yellow?
X-Men 2.
Yeah, I can go with that. X-Men 2. It's more of a Wolverine movie anyway. That was actually more of an origin story for Wolverine than the X-Men Origins was.
Yeah.
Do you prefer yellow underwear spandex or what kind of costume you like him to wear? I actually prefer the jeans and the like his just normal street gear. So I'm Jay. This is Mike. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.